Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kevin here from Top Dog Advertising. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I would go about growing a dog training business in 2026. So the first thing I want to do here is actually identify the main problem that I see most dog trainers having. First and foremost, the thing that I've noticed over years of working with dog trainers is there's a lot of people who are fantastic dog trainers, and they look at themselves as dog trainers first and foremost. Now, it goes without saying, it's obviously really important to deliver a really good service to your clients and offer really good results and programs and just a premium experience. But when you're a dog training business owner, that is the distinction. So if you want to be a dog trainer and focus on the training, for a lot of people, it would make a lot more sense to actually go and just get a high-paying dog training job at an already successful dog training company. But if you want to be the owner of a dog training business, you need to put equal weight and importance on doing things inside of your business to actually grow the company and keep new dogs coming in, instead of just giving all of your time and attention and devoting all of that to just training dogs. So what I'm talking about here more specifically are things like sales and marketing. So where a lot of dog trainers get tripped up is they say things like, I'm great at training dogs, but I'm not good at the business side of things. Now, here's the thing with that. More than likely, when you first started out as a dog trainer, you probably weren't great at training dogs either, and it was a skill set that you needed to learn. Running a business is the same exact thing. It just comes down to developing the actual skills to learn how to market and learn how to sell. So I have this conversation with our clients all the time. You need to make sure that you devote parts of your day, large time blocks, to making sure that you're keeping your calendar packed with consultations, so you have dog owners to go meet with and people to sell to, so you can constantly have new dogs coming in. So let's break this down a little bit further. What does it look like to market your dog training business and actually have consistent lead flow coming in? So there's many ways to go about booking out your dog training business and getting consistent lead flow. Now, for me, being the owner of a marketing agency, I'm obviously partial to paid advertising, just because I think in business, you're either going to trade one of two things to make money. You're either going to trade your time to make money, or you're going to trade money to make more money. So what I mean by that is, like, you can go out and go to the local Tractor Supply, Home Depot, Lowe's, dog parks, demo your dog, start conversations, meet with people, set up consultations that way. Or you can go and put money into a paid advertising system and have that consistently send you leads. Now, the first option, going out and meeting people in public, is a great thing to do. And for a lot of dog trainers, it's a great way to start your business. But the problem with it is it does not scale once you start getting busy. You start running out of time to go and spend large chunks of time going out and demoing in public. So what's a way more efficient way to scale your business is knowing that every time I put $1 into my business and my marketing campaign, I make $10 in return. So if you build that out, say you put $1,000 in, that means you make $10,000. If you put $2,000 in, that means you'll make $20,000 in your business, and so on and so forth. So with paid advertising, it's much more scalable, and you have a predictable way of generating clients and consistent revenue. Now, the next thing here is a lot of dog trainers don't understand the difference between cold traffic, warm traffic, and hot traffic. So what I mean by that is there's going to be different temperature leads that come into your business. There's going to be people that are going to be ice cold, and there's going to be people who are screaming hot. A lot of people, and this is across entrepreneurs, across all different industries, a lot of people fall into this trap is that only leads that are good leads will be people who come in who are ready to buy. And businesses are not going to make it that far if you can only sell to really hot traffic. So if in order for you to make a sale, they need to be a lay down sale who's already heard about you and knows how great you are, and you train their sister's dog or their neighbor's dog or something like that, and they just basically want to come in and tell you, I want to do that same program, I have the money, how can I get started? That's going to be extremely difficult to scale a business at a certain point. The businesses who really succeed are the dog trainers who are able to connect with the people who are colder traffic and take them from cold to sold. And so what I always think about this is that you can never go wrong having a cold sales process on all of your leads. So let me break that down and what I mean by that. So your warm lead sales process, getting on a phone call and just making them an offer after 5 or 10 minutes of talking to them and having them sign up, that'll work with referrals and certain types of leads, but it will not work with cold paid advertising traffic. After studying this with over 300 dog training businesses all across the United States and Canada and even in Europe, what I found is the universal thing across all human beings is they need to feel like they're buying from somebody that they know, like, and trust. And so the only way you're going to get somebody to know you, like you, and trust you is by actually giving them the time, meeting with them face to face, and getting them to feel comfortable with you. Now, this isn't to say you can't sell over the phone. We have some clients that do extremely well doing that, but that's just a different process. And for most people, when you're first getting started out, or if you're struggling to make sales, my number one recommendation is always going to be set up a time where you can go to their home, meet with their dog, and actually build a real connection. Now, here's the really cool thing. Once you have these two things dialed in, you start creating other problems for yourself, but those problems are way more fun to fix. Who do I hire? How do I accommodate all these dogs? How do I handle all of this money? But until you get these two things sorted out, your marketing and your sales process, you will always be stuck in your business. So to me, the way you're going to scale your dog training business in 2026 is really the same exact way that people have always scaled businesses, which is get some form of consistent traffic coming into your business and then having a mechanism to take those leads and turn them into actual paying clientele. So if you're somebody who feels like they struggle with the business side of things and you're sick and tired of spinning your wheels and you feel like, man, I just can't get this figured out. I've been trying this for so long and I just cannot get my consistent lead flow and my client acquisition dialed in, make sure to give us a shout. Head on over to topdogadvertising.com. Book a call with our team. I promise we're not going to try and sell you something you don't need. It's going to be a totally low-key phone call where we're just going to help you see what's going on in your business, seeing if there's any low-hanging fruit we can capitalize on, and walk you through exactly how we could help you, in theory, scale your business if you wanted to do that with us. As always, I appreciate all the support. And if there's ever anything you want to hear me talk about in any of these videos, you want me to give my opinion on, I'm more than happy to. So drop them down below in the comments and I'll make sure to record a video just on that for you.